All right, y'all, the time has come. I'm right here at the bench, so no formal videoing right now because I gotta turn this camera around and show y'all the next Sig. So y'all know we on to the next Sig, revealing what that next Sig is. And surprisingly, some of y'all did not get this one. Some of y'all thought y'all knew what this one was, but it ain't it. So if you're new to the channel, I have just picked up 3 new SIGs and I did a revealing of all 3. I'm doing a revealing of all 3. And the first one, most of you got right, which was the P211 GTO. And that's what I'm running in competition. And then now we are talking about the second one. So again, most of y'all didn't get this one. I think I've seen like a couple people get this one, but it's okay. It's okay. We gonna open it up right now and show you guys what that next SIG is. So let's turn the camera around and do an unboxing. All right, without further ado, here it is. This is, in our blue evidence bag, the Sig P365 Luxe, and it is chambered in 380. So yeah, most of y'all didn't get that. That's all right. It is fine and dandy. But let's go over what this gun is and all the little specs and details. And then we're going to head to the range this morning and show y'all all about its shoot. There it is. How beautiful is that? Can we just take a moment and look at the beauty of this gun? Let's put the mag in. It is empty. But look how beautiful that gun is. Now, I am fairly new to the SIG platforms. I've never owned a SIG until now. Once I opened this and started dry firing, I was like, first of all, this thing looks completely different than any of the 365 models that I've seen. This one is nice. Okay, so this is the 380 Micro Compact P365 Luxe. That's L-U-X-E. It does have a slide integrated compensator on there. However, the barrel is not ported as we have seen on other brands and firearms. If you look closely, it does have that pearlescent black Cerakote. It kind of looks like a glistening, almost sparkly type finish. I really like that. As a female, very attractive. This looks very nice. I mean, it kind of looks, you know, bedazzle a little bit, but you know, any of the men out there can carry this too or shoot this. It does have the 1 slot accessory rail down at the bottom, flat face trigger, which is my favorite. Y'all know from my past, I didn't always like SIG's triggers. Just the feel of them I didn't like, but if you just shoot them, they're fine. It's the initial dry fire and trigger pull that's kind of spongy, but when you actually do shoot the gun, it is very nice. So we go back here to our mag release with the vertical, kind of like serrations. Then this right here, the grip module. So they call this the XL AXG grip module with the custom lock grips. When I first looked at this, I said, that's Kobe's logo. If you know Kobe Bryant, you know. That looks just like that. So I was digging that right out the gate. Do have some texturing right here on the front. Not aggressive at all. It's literally just a smooth finish compared to what our undercut right here looks like, and it does give you 1 finger groove. That's kind of slick and slippery, but when you come down here to the bottom where this texturing is, it really helps out with the grip. So I do like that they have that there and on the back. Again, grip module, and those lock grips look fantastic. It does have a stainless steel frame and slide, so the gun is pretty heavy for a 380. For a micro compact, it is weighing in at 22.1 ounces, but if we're talking about a 380 and the weight to that, this thing has to shoot super soft. And SIG stands by this being the smoothest 380 on the market. And so we got to take it to the range and figure it out. I am rocking the Romeo. Let me turn it on for you. It is the circle dot. As you can see that red dot in there. It does come very flush fitting. When I installed this, I did have to remove the slide from the frame, and then you do the screws up under the slide to get this optic to fit flush. As you can see, it is direct mounted, so no optic slide needed there. I do love the new SIG lock enclosed emitter red dots that SIG has. This one and then the one that I have in my P211. Very nice. They have good windows. I was afraid, especially on the P211, I was afraid that the window would be too small, but after shooting it in a local match just recently, it worked out fine. And I actually do like the circle dot as compared to just a single dot of, you know, your typical red dots. 3.1 inch barrel on this one, but it does have that comp out front. I think it's about a 1/2 inch from where the barrel actually is. Again, it's not ported in the barrel. Most of the time we do see that, but not in this case. We do have 3 12-round magazines that come in the box that fit super flush. This just, so I don't have big hands, but the way that this is just laying in my hand right now, it's got to shoot great. It's got to feel great. And I know most of the men out there, their hands could probably just take up the entire gun. But this is how it's looking. We do have the X-ray co-witnessing X-ray 3-day and night sights. As you can see, there's a pretty good co-witness. It's kind of short, but the way that that optic is sitting flush on the slide makes it a little bit better. That's the specs of the gun, y'all. I can't wait to get it to the range in just a few minutes so I can show y'all some footage of how this is shooting. I am anticipating it to shoot super, super smooth and soft because that's what they said. They said that it should be the smoothest 380 that you'll ever shoot. Now, my experience with 380s is the Glock 42, the Smith & Wesson M&P 380 EZ, and then the Bodyguard 2.0. So I am going to compare this to the Bodyguard 2.0, but the ported one. So when we get to the range, I'll have that ported one just to see how they compare up and which one I would prefer over the other. So talking about what's in the box, we do have, like we did in the P211 box, we have these standard compact and pro optic installation recoil pins that comes in the box. We have the packing slip. Of course, you got your manual, and we got more stickers and other things that you can read up on or tap into if you want to. We do have 2 more, as I mentioned earlier, 12-round magazines. I really like that. You're getting 12 rounds in this micro compact firearm, and you get 3 of them. So if you decide to carry this, you have plenty of mag capacity. Underneath, we have our lock. Oh, and then we have this pin or coin. No, it's a coin. So it says Live Free or Die Custom Works, Newington, New Hampshire. I ain't never got a coin before. I know Canon gives you coins in some of their handgun boxes. You'll get a coin, but that's a very nice touch by Sig. And then obviously your optic plate cover. All right, y'all, that's enough talking about it. We're going to go shoot it now. Made it to the range, and we just going to get right to it. Oh, you don't really find an easy slide right with 380s. The M&P 380 EZ is super buttery, but that right there, that's a plus, especially for those who are going from, let's say, a rimfire to a rimfire 22 to, you know, a 380. Trying to step up maybe to that 9mm, but, you know, to each his own. But I do like that slide is a little bit easier to read than most. All right, so let's go with the first 12-round mag. Looks like again. And then, first of all, I got to go get a target. Got our target out at 7 yards. Again, 12-round magazines. Fit super flush. And there's the rack. All right, make sure my dot is on. Again, I do have the circle dot on here. They were not lying when they said it shoots very smooth. Now with that frame and that slide, it should, because it's that stainless steel aluminum frame that's absorbing a lot of that recoil, plus the port is absolutely doing what it's supposed to do. The trigger felt good too. Second mag. Let's see how that slide drops. one, I believe. Yep. I didn't oil it or anything. I brought it straight out the box. I just wanted to give it what it's got right out of the box. So that last round did stovepipe, failure to eject the casing. Y'all, that's very nice. I like the trigger too. The trigger is spongy, but it has a really good pull. All right, so let me show you the reset. Y'all know y'all like to see it. So lots of travel to that wall. So there's the wall. Break. Yeah, so it's a typical P365, you know, variant. The trigger, I do like that. It is flat face trigger, so kind of like your X macro. The compensator is that X macro look and feel. I did have a chance and an opportunity to shoot the P365 Fusion, I want to say. Now that one made me rethink Sig altogether, because I just wasn't really into Sig, to be honest. But that one made me be like, oh, this shoots really good. And this is giving that vibe, except it's in 380. So all your normal stuff, except for, you know, the frame is that aluminum steel frame. Other than that, if you're a Sig fan and you're familiar with Sig Firearms, it'll be similar in so many ways. Let's go with this next mag. I am at 7 yards. And let me give y'all a close-up. I am running Winchester 95 grain full metal jacket ammo. Just had that one issue earlier, but now we're about to run the PMC 90 grain FMJ. Loaded up with another 12 rounds. I'm gonna go for headshots. I'm gonna just slow it down for y'all. Red dot is nice. This Romeo X, super nice. Again, it's a circle dot on here, and it's punching right there. That's why I did that style of shooting just now. It's just, I want to see where the red dot would be at. As soon as I get it up and present it, where was it at? And it's literally right there. I am shooting at 7 yards. I like it. I really don't have no complaints about it right now, other than let me see if y'all can see. Y'all ain't gonna be able to see it, but right now my the carbon and everything from the ammo, from the ejecting of the casing, from the oil on the gun is starting to get on the front lens of the optic. So I think you might have to just consider that. It's like we've only been through 4 mags and it's already getting very black and dirty up there. So that's something to consider if you're planning to run this type of dot, or any dot for that matter, because of the debris coming back onto the optic. It's not that close to the slide, but it's close enough where it's getting up here. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. So as you can see, it's starting to get filthy. So something to consider if that's what you are thinking about. Let's go one-handed. The dot is literally right there. That's why I picked up the cadence a little bit, because as soon as the slide reciprocates, the dot is falling right back to place as the slide goes back forward. It's literally right there. So I think this is a really good combo, to be honest. Other than the front lens getting a little bit more dirty than you would hope for, the combination of the two is very nice. It reminds me a little bit of my EPS carry that I carry on my 43X. This winner does seem a tad bit smaller, but it's not bothering me at all. Wow. How does the grip feel? It feels great. It feels like I can feel the texturing in my hand, but I'm still shooting comfortably. I'm not having to gripe about this pinching and that pinching, or I mean, you can see the engraving on my hands, but it's not causing any issues. It's not causing terrible pain. It's actually helping with the shoot so that the grip is firm and I can hold the gun. Soft shooting, smooth shooting, they're right. Sig is right. It is a soft shooting firearm. Let me show y'all though, let me lock this back, the Bodyguard 2.0 with the port on there. Now, I will say right out the gate, picking this up, super light, super light. I believe the Luxe is 100% heavier than the Bodyguard 2.0. And again, this is the Bodyguard 2.0 with the port, and the barrel is ported as well. I do have the Bodyguard 2.0 that's not ported, but Eric here at Texas Legends is letting me borrow his to show y'all what the comparison is between the two. And it does come with two magazines, one 10 round, one 12 round. So let's go with the 10 round mag. Y'all know the Bodyguard 2.0 is literally a pocket pistol. Now the Luxe, not so much. I don't think you should put this in your pocket. I actually don't think you should put any gun in your pocket that does not have a trigger guard covering. That's my personal opinion. I think all guns should be protected somehow, especially with the trigger guard, because anything could snag in there. But literally you could throw this in your pocket and just go. So lighter situation, the Luxe, don't put that in your pocket. As hefty as this is, this needs to go in a Kydex holster. I don't care what you say. Put it in the Kydex holster. Don't put it in them soft holsters. All right, so let's go. Wow. Totally different grip. Totally different feel. It's totally different. All right. Ow! Woo! That's definitely not soft shooting. Oh my goodness. I forgot how, like, I shot that one so bad, it is literally way over there on that side of the paper. This might not be getting too many rounds. I feel like my Bodyguard 2.0 shoots better than this. With the port on there, you would think that would help out the recoil a little bit, but good gracious. Actually hurts. That hurts. Good gracious. Okay, let's go with the 12 round magazine, and then we're gonna be done after this because I'm already spoiled with the Luxe. Okay, that round fell to chamber. So let's see. I'm glad that's over. Let's get back to the smooth, soft shooting one, because oh my goodness, that one did not. I was expecting more from a ported Bodyguard 2.0. I really was. And actually, I'm glad that I didn't make the purchase yet, because I really was going to make the purchase. Because I already had the Bodyguard 2.0, I was going to get the ported one, do a comparison. We're going to stick with the non-ported one, because for some reason, that one shot better than this one. This is way too snappy. Both my fingers hurt. Let's get back to the main attraction. The difference between the two is night and day for sure. If you're thinking about getting the ported Bodyguard 2.0 versus the Luxe is gonna win. Whichever decision you make, the Luxe is gonna win. 10 times out of 10 is gonna win. I really do appreciate this this X Macro Fusion Legion feel. That's literally what it is in 380. All right, let's try some defensive rounds. This is the Sig Elite Defense V Crown rounds. So that's only right to use their ammo in their gun. Let's see how this goes. Okay, I don't know how many rounds that was. It's not a full mag for sure, but let's see. It was only 6 rounds. Can y'all just look at how beautiful this gun is? Woo! Look at that thing. You can literally see in the back of it. All right, it is getting a tad bit warm, but nothing crazy. Like, I can still touch it, and I can hold my hand here. It's getting warm, but not too warm. Let's go with some more defensive rounds. All right, we in there like swimwear. All right. I don't know if y'all were able to tell, but as soon as you pull the trigger, the reset is quick. The reset is super quick. As soon as it racks, it's right there for you to reset, pull the trigger again. And it's easy to find the wall. You hear the audible click, you feel it, and it's easy to find the wall and get right back there shooting. Y'all, first time shooting the Luxe 365. Looks really good. It looks good. It feels good. I love the optic on there. I love the mag capacity. Who do I think this is for? I think it's for the people who are coming from the rimfire cartridge, which is like that 22 long rifle, and they're wanting to step it up just a tad bit. So maybe not want to go to 9mm right away, but they want to try just an extra punch, which will be the 380. And a lot of women ask me, like, Summer, like, what should I start out with as my first carry gun? And I always say whatever is comfortable for you. However, I do follow that up with, you want to go with the best stopping power first, right out the gate. And in my opinion, the best stopping power is that 9mm. It's affordable. You can find it everywhere. There's different firearms that you can get in 9mm. But I'm going to immediately go to 9mm. Now, if they say, no, I don't like the kick, or they go to the range and they start experiencing just how the 9mm recoil feels, then I'll bump them down to the 380, because the 380 will do some damage. And I'll say this all the time. Any cartridge that could potentially lead to a lethal act, it's the best one. 22s can take people out too. 380s can take people out. You know, you got to train, you got to have right shot placement and all that. 9mm, it doesn't matter the cartridge, it can do some damage. So I would go to the 380, and I initially, you know, was all for the Bodyguard 2.0. But now that we have this, I think this is a good step for those people who are wanting to take that step from 22 up to something else. This right here, this will be great. One, because it shoots super, super soft and smooth. You wouldn't, that recoil that you think you're gonna get, you're not gonna get it. Not with this gun. It's gonna be a little bit more softer. The compensator is there. Everything is just gonna work a little bit better than your average 380 because of the frame, the steel frame, the aluminum is heavy. That compensator there, I mean, all around, it's just a great option for those people who want to step up. Now, I will say this, I will preference and tell you that it is on the pricier side. So we're talking about the Bodyguard 2.0 that's around like that 500 mark. You could probably get them cheaper than that at this point. And then you're talking about this, which is about 1K. Yep, it is up there on the pricier side. But guess what? With the pricier price, you get the premium quality. You're gonna get all this stuff. If we do a comparison between the looks, I think y'all going with this one. And when you shoot it, I think you're going with this one. So they put the time, they put the effort into making such a quality 380 that the price literally has to reflect it. So if that's not your cup of tea, you know, to each his own, but I did want to throw that out there. And once again, shout out to Sig for sending this out to the channel. There was no money swapped or anything like that. They literally was just like, Summer, we want you to try out this new Luxe. Let us know what you think about it. Put it on the channel. And that's what I do. I come and I let y'all know my raw and unbiased opinions. Nobody tells me to say anything. I just give my truth. And a lot of you guys appreciate that. And no matter if it gets sent or not, I'm just going to tell you my real thoughts. And for today, this one, I really do like it. It could be in the carry rotation for sure. It is compatible with the X Macro holsters. So if you have those holsters, this would fit that. However, I do recommend that you reach out to the holster company that you're going to buy a holster from, especially if you're going to do a custom one, and let them know what you have so that they can cut it just right. You don't have no issues there, but you know, give them a call, let them know what you got, the Sig Luxe, and make sure they can cut it for you. But y'all, that's the video for today. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Would y'all pick this up, or would you pick this up for your wife or your daughter or your mother? It's not tailored towards the women, but I would say that this is a good shot or a good option for the women out there who are not quite ready for the 9mm. It's a great option for the men as well. But I'm, you know, as a female, I'm going to speak to the ladies real quick that I think this is a great option. I don't think it's too much. I think it's just enough for you to do what you need to do and protect yourself and your family. So y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the Luxe. And make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all go and follow me on Instagram. And make sure y'all become a member down below. Join to become a member so you can get all the different perks from being a member. So I'll see y'all on the next one. Until next time, stay on, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.